Hello from Sandy and Jesse Rodriguez team. I bid you a good day. Today, I'm somewhat going to be asking for your comments and remarks on. I was going to be going on two different approaches to share with you some thoughts on subjects I was going to share with you. All revolves around the word you'll hear. It's mindset. What is your mindset? So that had me curious, what is one's mindset when people start talking about mindset. So I started doing some reading, and I'll thank one of my friends who one of my associates we deal with on videos. We exchange communications, and she did one on paradigms. It got me to thinking also, what is that? I heard about it. But mindset, it just kind of, for some reason, I just wanted to know more about it. So I was deciding on two books to share with you as I go through them, as I grow by reading and growing, and then see what I get out of it, and then share with you and give me your thoughts. And one of them that I encountered, I had this for some years back, and Sandy and I had gone to a workshop, and this is by T. Harv Eker, and that's The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind and Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth. And the other book was by Covey, was on the 7 habits of successful people. I'm not sure on the title, but that's another book that has very good reading. The reason for me looking at these two readings is that there's a suggestion that you, throughout your day, you dedicate some of that day to reading, to enhancing yourself, to enriching yourself. So you do some reading, you listen to some audios or videos. And all this revolves what we call mindset. And it finally is coming to me, the idea of what is it when we talk about mindset. And not until I started reading this book. And let me share with you briefly. Here's a formula, and I'll deal with two sides of that. Is that thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. And I said, right there, when I heard about thoughts, and all along we keep hearing where you have negative thoughts, a negative attitude, all this now comes into play. We may or may not be aware of that. Depends on where we are in our growing. And I'm saying growing not physically but mentally, as we allow ourselves for this awareness, to be aware that there are things that we may need to change inside. Inside of us. It's got to come from inside of us. It's got to come out, in, out. Rather than just coming in and then just, I'm going to be doing it. It's got to come from a feeling. And here's the formula. When you deal about thoughts, they lead to your feelings, and your feelings to your actions, and your actions to the results. But all along as we go through life and we think about this formula, there's one more missing part to this, very important, and that's the next part of the formula, right here. That's called programming. So, programming leads to your thoughts to your feelings, Your feelings to your actions, and your actions to your results. So let's talk about programming. What is programming? Programming comes to us because as we are born as a child, we're taught by our surroundings. That could be our parents, your friends, your school. We're taught about money. Where do we get our understanding about money? So there's where the programming can be either verbal, you could have read about it. In other words, there was something that triggered that for your thought. And one of my associates dealing on the internet, very wise person, that talked about the paradigms, talked about money, and that she, through her childhood, heard from her parents, well, no, money doesn't grow on trees. The other side of that, I believe that I heard, I didn't hear the one about that money doesn't grow on trees, is that, well, do you think I'm made of money? When we would ask our parents, do you think I'm made of money? It's a similar message. You're getting a similar message programming. You're getting a verbal. To me, and I'm sure that it had an impact in one way or another. And I'm showing my age. When I was going to school, grade school, a pint of milk, either a pint or half a pint in a box, was 5 cents. Yes, 5 cents to drink milk at noon for your lunch. We used to pack our lunch. And you could either pay a quarter, 25 cents, for the entire week, and then every day at noon, we go out and get the milk. They had it stored in one refrigerator, and everybody went out and brought it into the classroom, and it would be distributed as to who had paid. The teacher would keep tabs and say so and so. Or you could get it on a daily basis. And I always thought about Fridays were special. And I wanted to have milk to drink on Fridays. Well, it was, for one day, it's 5 cents. Nickel. So I would ask my dad, may I have a nickel? And I would say 9 times out of 10, maybe more, I would say, sorry son, don't have it. You need to maybe think about working. Well, that happened. I'll share with you. I have been working since I was around 6 or 7 years old, because I grew up in a farm. At that time, age didn't matter because the restrictions on age doesn't apply when you're working on a farm. So I grew up very young, working. My grandfather was a foreman, and he could always find work for me to do. So I started off at a very young age. But that still had an impact on me when I would ask, for a nickel. So again, the programming. That's where we talk about mindset, in that we start doing some reading and we start becoming aware. We did not know that such things we would hear here and there words, or we read something that has an impact as to how we feel about money, how we feel about being extremely successful, how we feel about millionaires. We always would hear, oh, the rich people, they're filthy rich. You hear that word filthy, and you also talk about why use that word, the filthy rich. Well, that may or may not have an impact on you. Again, verbal programming. So when we talk about mindset now I'm beginning to have a better understanding that the more I read, the more I hear audios, it starts making sense now. Maybe there's a aha. You heard about that? An aha moment. Some weeks back, I was fortunate enough to be at an event in Denver. The word being used there was breakthrough, is that you hear something and it triggers. Yes, now I know. Now I'm beginning to understand that being rich, there's nothing wrong with that. And that if you help others understand that, so the more that we help ourselves, we can help others, because now they learn from us through our understanding and what we went through life. So that's what we want to share with our team. That there are certain things that we may not be aware of, but by reading, listening to audios, you start improving yourself. Now your goals really become attainable. So, more to come on the next videos as I share with you secrets of the millionaire mind. This is Sandy and Jesse Rodriguez team. Have a very good day and take care. Take good care of each other. Bye now.